Good morning. We're ending week 6. MCR, you have a test on Monday, and you will get a practice test today. Take a look. All right, so let's change these to an improper fraction. I think someone had a question about this yesterday. You multiply 24 plus 1 makes 25 over 3 minus 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1 makes 25 over 4. Take the 4, put it over here. Take the 3, put it over here. Let's see what happens. We get 100 over 12 minus 75 over 12. If we have the same denominator, that gives us 25 over 12. And I don't think you can reduce it. 12 goes into 25 2 times. That's 24 with a remainder of 1. Put your remainder over your divisor. It's 2 and 1/12. Okay? Either one of those should be okay. Let's go on. Write in a ratio. Well, you have 336 miles in 11.2 hours. So this is miles per hour. Okay? Now, let's reduce it. Since there's one number in back of the decimal, multiply by 10. If there was 2, you would multiply by 100. So when you do, you get 3360 over 112. And now you get your calculator and reduce by 2. So on your calculator, I get 1680. And 112 divided by 2, that's 56, I think it is. Let's just double check it. All right, divide by 2 again. That's 28. 1680 divided by 2 is 840. Divide by 2 again. 420. Half of that is 14. Half of 420 divided by 2 again. I get 210 over 7. So it's 210 miles per hour. Okay. So you go 210 miles in 7 hours. Let's figure out 1 mile. Divide it by 7, or 1 hour rather. So you go 30 miles in 1 hour. And that's the answer right there. 30 miles in 1 hour. Okay? This is on your test, okay? Find area. Area is pi, 3.14 times the radius squared, so that's 4 times 4. So that's 16 times 3.14, and that gives me 50.24 square inches. Okay? And then finally, the last one, you do volume. Volume, it comes to a point, so you have to divide by 3. The bottom is a circle, so it's pi radius squared times the height divided by 3. I'm going to leave it in terms of pi, just simply it makes it easier. 4 times 4 is 16 times 5 divided by 3. So 16 times 5 equals that, divided by 3 equals that. I get 26.6 repeating pi, and this is going to be cubic something, cubic inches, we'll say. If you want to figure it all out completely, times 3.14, and I get 3.7 with the 3 repeating cubic inches. Okay, so this is with pi, this is without. Make sure you understand both. All right, let's talk about your practice test. You will have your own copy today. We already did the first 4 on the bell work. Let's flip it over. Now let's do the back. The back side right here, what you have to do is distribute. Okay, simplify. So you're going to get 2d squared minus 18d minus 10. Okay, we're going to combine this one and this one, which gives us 3d squared. With that, we can probably pick out the answer. So we know it's either this one or this one. And then 18D, they both have 18D. This gives me a negative 19. I'm going with that one. This one right here is FOIL. Now watch how I do FOIL. Okay, you should know how to do this. You're going to take this one to both of these, and then you're going to take this one to both of these. So K times K. Remember, K plus K is 2K, but K times K is K squared. Make sure you know that. K times K is K squared. K times negative 9 is negative 9K. Now you go to the next one. Negative 7K. And then a negative times a negative is a positive 63. Hopefully you learned your times tables. So we're looking for that. K squared minus 16K plus 63. I'm going with this one. All right, the next one. Arrange from least to greatest. Now here's how you do this. Pay attention. You take 5, shift, square root. You get 2.23606. Next one is negative 0.1. The next one is 5 divided by 3. That gives us 1.66, all repeating. And then 0.7. And then 2, shift, square root, 1.4142, some other stuff. So let's compare. They want from least to greatest. The least is this one. A negative is smaller than any positive. So this one is first. Scratch that one out. Next, the smallest between 1.6 and 0.7 has to be 0.7. So this one is 2. Scratch that one out. The next one, next smallest is 1.4, which was this one. So this is 3. And then this one. So this is 4. Let's see, we had the negative. Oh, this is a negative 5/3. Let me back up. Sorry. 5 divided by 3, and that's a negative right here. Okay, sorry. This is the bigger negative. This should be number 1. So this should be number 1. This should be number 2. This should be number 3. And this should be number 4. Okay? And then this one should be number 5. I think I got that right. All right, let's go on. This one right here, you have to first draw your line. You have to add 8 to both sides. So you're going to get 6 over 7x is equal to 15. I think that's right. Let me make sure. Multiply by the reciprocal, which is 7 over 6. And then you have to reduce. So 3 goes into 3, or 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 goes into this 5 times 7 is 35 over 2 is what I'm thinking. Let's see what they have. So 2 goes into 35 17 times. That's 34 with 1 left over. So it should be 17.5 is what I'm looking for. I'm going with that one. All right, let's keep moving. Number 10. Number 10, you're going to combine all your D's here, okay? So let's see, this and this gives me a negative 5D, and that's a positive 5D. So that should cancel. All of this should cancel. So I'm left with negative D plus 8 is equal to 0. I subtract 8, I get negative D is equal to negative 8. I change my signs by dividing by negative. So I get D is equal to a positive 8. So number 10. There it is. All right, let's keep moving. This one right here, you're going to distribute. So you're going to get 50x minus 50 equals a positive 20x and minus 20. Okay? Let me make sure I'm doing this right. I'm going to subtract 20x. I think so. So that gives me 30x minus 50 is equal to a negative 20. Now I'm going to add 50 to both sides. So that gives me 30x is equal to 30. I divide by 30, and I get 1. Right there. Okay, the answers are on the back. This one, they want you to solve for y. So let's see. Okay, first thing you want to do is multiply everything by m. So you're going to get mky minus bmf equals fy. Now, you have y's on both sides, so you want to get the y's on the same side. So I'm going to add bmf. When I do that, actually all of these have y. All right, so let me back up. Scratch that thought. Let's get it equal to 0. So put ky minus bf, and then subtract fy from both sides. So minus fy equals 0. All of these have a y. Take that back. This one doesn't. Okay. So what we're going to do is add bf to both sides. All right, I think I got it now. Here we're going to factor out a y. So you're going to get y. When you take the y out, you're left with k minus f is equal to bf. Okay, that's the factoring trick. Now you're going to divide by k minus f and hope you find the answer, okay? So let's see. bf, and then I must have dropped my km. So bfm, okay, I must have completely butchered this one. So we'll go again. It helps when you have choices, okay? Let's try it again. We're trying to get y. Okay, so you're going to get ky minus bf equals fy over m. And you're trying to get y alone. So you're going to multiply by m, just like I did. So this cancels. So you're going to get fy is equal to kmy minus bmf. All right, now, oh, I see. Okay, so we want to move this one to this side. So it's a plus, so it's going to become a negative. So it's going to be kmy minus fy. We're going to move this one, since it doesn't have a y, to this side. It's going to change to a plus, bmf. Now you're going to factor out the y. So you're left with y times km minus f is equal to bmf. And now you're going to divide by km minus f. And this should work. That should be your answer right there. Let's check. bmf, km minus f. I'm going with this one. All right, next one. What equation do you get when you solve for y? Here's another one. So qy minus fh equals hy over r. And we're trying to get y by itself. Again, we got y's on both sides. So this is basically the same problem. So you're going to get qry minus frh equals hy. Now you're going to move this one over here to get the y's together, and you're going to move this one over here. Now the signs change when you cross that line. So this becomes a positive. This becomes a negative. You're going to factor out a y, and you're left with gr minus h. And then you're going to divide by this. That should be your answer right there. Let's see. Going with that one. All right, let's get off of that. That page is done. Let's try another one. Number 14. Number 14 kind of looks the same nasty stuff. They want y. So you're going to multiply by m. So the m's cancel. So you're going to get fmy minus pmy equals yy. Okay, they all have y. So get it equal to 0. So fmy minus pmy minus yy. We're going to take a y out. Now yy is y squared, so let me think about this one. Okay, they left it fractured for some reason. Okay, well, let's just try it. I don't know. So let's take a y out of here. So you're going to be left with y times fm minus pm minus y is equal to 0. Okay, and then you're going to divide by y. And 0 divided by anything is still going to be 0. Okay, so that's going to be fm minus pm minus y equals 0. Now move this to the other side, and you should have your answer. It changes from a minus to a plus. So that should be the answer. Let's see if we have a choice there. All right, I'm not seeing that one. Put a question mark by that one. We'll have to try that one again in class. Let's keep moving now. This one right here, solve for h. Okay, so this one you've had before. Here's your h. First thing I would do is multiply by 2 to get rid of the 2's. So you're going to get 2a is equal to b1 plus b2 divided by r times h. Now you're going to divide by b1 plus b2 and get rid of this whole thing. Okay, that should be it. So let's see where it's at. Going with that one. Okay, number 16. This is an inequality, so draw your line. You want to add 1/2 to both sides. So you have 1/3, q is bigger than, 2 dots, bigger than, 1/3 plus 1/2. Okay, stay with me. You're going to take the 2 over here. You're going to take the 3 over here. So you're going to get 2 over 6 plus 3 over 6. That's going to give me 5 over 6. So q is bigger than 5 over 6. And it would be this one. Bigger than 5 over 6. Or greater than. All right, 17. All right, now watch how you do this one. You might want to put a star by this one. Move the negative with the 4. And what you want to do is multiply by a negative. Remember, as soon as you multiply with a negative, you got to change the direction. So this cancels. So x is now greater than or equal to -8. And we're looking for greater than or equal to -8. It'd be that one. This one right here, let me think about this a minute. Okay. Let me see how they have it written. All right, you have x's here, and you have x's here. So the first thing I would do is I would say 1/3 x, and then I would bring this to the other side, so that's going to be minus 1/2 x, greater than or equal to. You're going to bring this one to the other side, it's going to become a minus. So it's going to be 1/4 minus 1/5 when that goes to the other side. You're going to multiply this by 2, move that 2 over here, move the 3 over here. So that's going to give me 2 over 6x minus 3 over 6x is greater than, excuse me, move the 5 over here, move the 4 over here. So that's going to be a negative 5 over 20 minus 4 over 20. So this is going to give me a negative 1 over, I guess that's 6. Negative 1 over 6x is greater than, this is going to be a negative 9 over 20. Now you're going to multiply by a negative 6 here. When you multiply by a negative 6, this has to change. So x is going to be less than whatever this is. So you're going to reduce it. 2 goes into 6, 3, 2 goes into this 10. I get negative 27 over 10. Let's see if that's there. There it is. It's this one. A negative 27 over 10. I don't see the negative. I'm looking for my negative. All right, this is the only one that has 27 over 10, but I don't see the negative. Put a question mark by that. We'll have to try it one more time in class, but I want to finish this up. Okay, remember, if you get stuck, you have to still keep moving. Let's try one more. Let's try this one. I might count those two as bonuses, okay? So negative 8x plus 5 is greater than negative 8x, negative 6. Okay, now we got x's on both sides. So we want to add 8x. When you do, you get 5 is greater than -6. That's true. 5 is bigger, true. Okay, so this is all real numbers. Okay, if it wasn't true, it'd be no solution. All right, last one, number 20. Now, I didn't show you this one, but I'm going to show it to you now. You have 3 parts here. 1, 2, 3. There's your x. So you want to add 10 to all 3 parts. So 8 is less than 4x is less than 16. Now you want to divide by 4. So you're going to get 2 is less than x is less than 4. So it's between 2 and 4. Right here. It's between 2 and 4. Okay, that's your test. There's 2 that we're going to have to look at, or I'm just going to count as a bonus. Okay, you might be able to get them, so I still want you to try. Let's go to geometry. So the time now is 21:23 for geometry. Okay, let's work these. This is a composite, so what you're going to do is add up your x's. Okay, so here you're going to add these x's. So the main one is going to be a -2 plus 1 is a -1, and then the 4 and a -5 is a -1. So what you want to do is subtract 1 from the 2, -2, and then subtract 1 here. So A prime is going to be -3 and 6. So to graph it, let's see how that looks. The original is -2 up 7. That's called the pre-image. And then the new one called the image is -3 up 6. I guess that's here. There it is. All right, so essentially we moved it down 1 and to the left 1. Or to the left 1 and down 1. Okay? This one right here says name the rule. Well, you're starting here and you're going to the prime. So you're moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're moving it over 7 and then down 1, I think. So it's going to be 7, -1. That's the rule. All right, for today, you're doing this worksheet. Okay, now let's talk about this a minute here. The rule is you want to translate it 5 units to the right and 1 unit up. I want you to write the rule. Okay, so for this point, you're going to go 5 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to go up 1. So you're going to put T prime. This one, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to go up 1. And you're going to call that G prime. And this one, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 1. So this one is going to be B prime. And so it's going to look like this. So you're sliding it over 5 and up 1. And that's called a translation. This one, you're going 3 down. Okay, you're not going to the right or the left. So the rule would be 3 down. So it's over 0 because you're not moving left or right, but you're going 3 down. That's the rule. And then you got to graph it. On the back side, you got to figure out the rule. So you're going to the prime, 2 prime. So you're starting here. You're going to the right 2, down 1. So the rule is right 2 and down 1. That's it. And that's how you do that. All right, have a good morning.